Once upon a time, in a small town in Germany, there was a shoemaker. His name was Adidas. In the 1954 World Cup final, the German football team used his revolutionary screw-in studs to help defeat the mighty Hungarians. He made boxing boots for the greatest of all time, and signature shoes for some of the most colorful tennis players to grace the sport. Adi helped them all. And then a strange thing happened. People across the world adopted Adi's three-striped gear as part of their own style. Adi was a true original, a one of a kind. And chances are that somewhere, sometime, he made something for you.
Good afternoon. My name is Imperial and I'm here today to talk to you about the future of the Adidas Group. Adidas AG was officially registered as a company in 1949, and in the 60 years of its operation, it has grown into one of the largest sports goods brands in the world. Over the years, through mergers and acquisitions, Adidas AG has increased the number of brands it owns. Currently, apart from our main brand Adidas, the group comprises Reebok and TaylorMade Adidas. We currently produce footwear, fashion and sports apparel, sports equipment and other accessories like eyewear, bags, watches and toiletries. One of the things we are really pleased with is the line of clothing produced with English fashion designer Stella McCartney. This line really was a runaway success and was critically acclaimed. We have always believed in technological innovation, and as a result we are constantly trying to set up new standards in the sportswear industry. In 2005, we launched Adidas One, the world's first production shoe with an inbuilt microprocessor which performs 5 million calculations a second to adjust the cushioning of a shoe to suit its environment. We sponsor some of the world's leading athletes and teams, like David Beckham in football, Sachin Tendulkar in cricket, Real Madrid, AC Milan. We of course signed a major sponsorship deal in 2006 for 11 years to provide apparel to the NBA. Under the able leadership of my predecessor Herbert Hainer, the group secured the sponsorship to two of the biggest sporting events of 2008, the Beijing Olympics and Euro 2008. Brand image is a very important aspect of the sportswear industry, though we at Adidas really do believe that it is not the be-all and end-all. We want our customer family to know how passionate we are about sport and how committed we are to revolutionizing the sports industry. In Euro 2008, we were able to demonstrate our passion for football. In the Beijing Olympics, Adidas was ubiquitous. We provided our service to over 3,000 athletes, and our products were involved in 27 out of 28 Olympic sports. But despite the fact that Adidas is consistently ranked as one of the 100 most valuable and powerful brands in the world, we are not content to rest on our laurels. We still have great dreams for Reebok, which we feel did not and has not met its potential. While we've also been affected by the current economic crisis, we continue to be leaders in our industry and are currently the second largest sportswear and sports goods company in the world, as well as the number one sports goods company in many of the countries in which we operate. Our turnover in 2007 was $14.39 billion, and in 2008 it was $15.6 billion. We will not react to the current macroeconomic conditions by implementing short-term policies. Cutting back on the development of new products will weaken our position and goes against the legacy of the group. In fact, driving competition will ensure that we remain market leaders. We will concentrate on and consolidate our key strengths in the sports goods industry, as well as driving down costs. In terms of cost optimization, we will concentrate on three main objectives at present. Firstly, reducing the costs of production. Adidas manufactures its products through 1,050 independently owned factories across the globe. We will set up a team of analysts to monitor the costs of production and efficiency in these factories. The analysis will reveal the weaknesses of individual companies, as well as the weaknesses of the territories in which they are located. The group must also be vigilant of potential political unrest between China and the EU as a result of the recent EU proposal extending the anti-dumping duties against China and Vietnam. Another measure we are hoping to implement is training and educational schemes for the management and workers of the factories. Secondly, streamlining and simplifying the structure to achieve economies of scale. Through the analysis and monitoring of our manufacturers, the group will be able to consolidate smaller manufacturers to create economies of scale, and processes of manufacturing will be simplified to reduced costs. Thirdly, reorganizing distribution. Retailing costs can be reduced by streamlining the company's retail process. An analysis of the 792 concept stores and 381 factory outlets owned by Adidas would enable us to identify the inefficient outlets. Costs can be reduced via a reduction in the workforce of the retail outlets. Computer terminals will be placed in each outlet, which will enable customers to access information on the products available at the store, as well as sizes and descriptions for each product. This would enable Adidas to reduce its workforce by at least 50% in each outlet. We will exploit the digitization of retail by reinforcing e-commerce over traditional retail methods, which has already been successful in the Netherlands. In addition, stores will be co-branded with the partners we sponsor, for example, NBA Adidas and NHL Reebok. In the longer run, we will reduce our reliance on outside retailers by increasing the number of sales subsidiaries we own. By directly selling, we will be able to control the price at which we sell more effectively and increase our margins. In the more immediate future, the group will focus on this in the emerging markets, where it has little control on the distribution channels. On to the radically new vision for the company. We are currently facing intense competition from our competitors, in particular from Nike. The sports goods industry is experiencing slow growth, and so we feel the need for the group to expand and distinguish itself through diversification. The proposed joint venture between Adidas and Lucozade will reposition and add new dimensions to the Adidas brand in an industry that is growing. This diversification would help Adidas to increase its market dominance and expertise, while still remaining true to its core business in the sporting industry. The major players in the sports drinks industry in the UK are Lucozade, Powerade and Gatorade. A joint venture with an existing sports drinks brand will exploit the economies of scale and allow Adidas to differentiate itself from its competitors. No other firmly established sports goods company has entered into the drinks market, which will make us first movers. Research has shown that in the sports and energy drinks market, the share volume sales of sports drinks is increasing with a projected 31% of market share in the health and energy drinks industry by 2014. Although this sector has high barriers to entry, namely well-established brands and large initial investments in manufacturing and research, a joint venture would reduce both our risk and our investment. Lucozade dominates the sports drinks market in the UK with a market share of 57%, though this is declining. To help it regain its market share, it would be beneficial for Lucozade to collaborate with Adidas and launch a new range of co-branded drinks. In addition, Adidas's international brand strength will increase Lucozade's profile across the globe by increasing its distribution network, as well as helping it to regain its market share in the UK sports drinks market. Although our initial business strategy is to implement our joint venture exclusively within the UK, we will expand globally very rapidly. Our second strategy is for Reebok, to introduce Reebok gym and fitness clubs. Reebok is a particular weakness of the group due to its damaged brand image. We have developed a strategy to revitalize Reebok. Rather than focusing solely on the sports goods industry, which is very competitive, we will enter into the gym and fitness clubs industry, in which we have expertise through our traditional businesses. The experience from our collaboration for the Jacare Fit to Fire program with Cirque du Soleil in Miami will set a solid base for the implementation of this strategy. The group aims to build and develop a sports and lifestyle image for Reebok through the strong fitness culture within the gyms. There is also major potential for global implementation with franchise options once core competencies are determined in the primary markets. The initial stage of the strategy will be to develop 5 to 10 sites over the course of 1 or 2 years. The main policy for the Reebok gyms is differentiation. Reebok gyms differentiate themselves by offering unique fitness courses and, more importantly, the vital sports expertise that Reebok and Adidas offer through their core businesses. We in the Adidas family really believe impossible is nothing. Thank you for your time.